Welcome to the One to Another podcast. My name is Joanne, and today I'm going to talk about resilience. And if you stay with me, I have a story that I want to read to you that I think could change your life. So I just am so convinced that in life, losing someone we love, having a big disappointment, losing life's dreams. There's so many things that we have to learn to be resilient about. And so, resilience is the ability or capability to grow through and survive a deal and to deal with adversity through loss. So we don't want to be the kind of person that has the stiff upper lip. We have to learn when we are walking through life that what kind of a challenge that we go through. We can have anxiety, depression, self-doubt, helplessness, despair, but we don't have to surrender to any of these crippling conditions. We can fight them. We can resist them. It's not going to be easy, and it may take some time, and we may feel defeated and helpless sometimes, maybe often. But we have to understand the importance of fighting through pain to becoming resilient. And there's a book that's written called The Race by D. Groberg, Groberg. And it's quite a story, and I think this will help you wherever you are in your life in feeling like quitting. The story starts like this: quit, give up, you're beaten. They shout at me and plead. There's just too much against you now. This time you can't succeed. And as I start to hang my head in front of failure's face, my downward fall is broken by the memories of a race. And hope refills my weakened will as I recall that scene, for just the thought of that short race rejuvenates my being. A children's race, young boys, young men. How I remember it well. Excitement, sure, but also fear. It wasn't hard to tell. They all lined up so full of hope, each thought to win that race or tie for first, or if not that place, at least second place. As fathers watched from off the side, each cheering for his son, and each boy hoped to show his dad that he would be the one. The whistle blew and off they went, young hearts and hopes afire. To win and be the hero there was each young boy's desire. And one boy in particular, whose dad was in the crowd, was running near the lead and thought, my dad will be so proud. But as they sped down the field across a shallow dip, the little boy who thought to win lost his step and slipped. Trying hard to catch himself, his hands flew out to brace, but mid the laughter of the crowd, he fell flat on his face. So down he fell, and with him hope. He couldn't win it now. Embarrassed, sad, he only wished to disappear somehow. But as he fell, his dad stood up and showed his anxious face, which to the boy so clearly said, get up and win the race. He quickly rose, no damage done. Behind a bit, that's all, and ran with all his mind and might to make up for his fall. So anxious to restore himself, to catch up and to win, his mind went fast than his legs, and he slipped and fell again. He wished that he had quit before, with only one disgrace. I'm hopeless as a runner now. I shouldn't try to race. But in the laughing crowd he searched and found his father's face, that steady look which said again, get up and win the race. So up he jumped to try again, 10 yards behind at last. But if I'm to gain those yards, he thought, I've got to move real fast. Exerting everything he had, he regained 8 or 10, but trying so hard to catch the lead, he slipped and fell again. Defeat. He lay there silently. A tear dropped from his eyes. There's no sense running anymore. 3 strikes. I'm out. Why try? The will to rise had disappeared. All hope had fled away. So far behind, so error-prone. A loser all the way. I've lost, so what's the use, he thought. I'll live with my disgrace. But then he thought about his dad, who soon he'd have to face. Get up, an echo sounded low. Get up and take your place. You were not meant for failure here. Get up and win the race. With borrowed will to get up, it said, you haven't lost it all. For winning is no more than this, to rise each time you fall. So up he rose to run once more, and with a new commit, he resolved that win or lose, at least he wouldn't quit. So far behind the others now, the most he'd ever been, still he gave it all he had and ran as though to win. 3 times he'd fallen stumbling. 3 times he rose again. Too far behind to hope to win, he still ran to the end. They cheered the winning runner. He crossed the line first place, head high and proud and happy. No falling, no disgrace. But when the fallen youngster crossed the line last place, the crowd gave him the greater cheer for finishing the race. And even though he came in last, with head bowed low, unproud, you would have thought he'd won the race to listen to the crowd. And to his dad he sadly said, I didn't do too well. To me you won, his father said. You rose each time you fell. And now when things seem dark and hard and difficult to face, the memory of that little boy helps me run my race. For all of life is like that race, with ups and downs and all you have to do to win is rise each time you fall. So how do you see yourself in this story? Do you see yourself as the runner? Do you see yourself as the father? Do you see yourself as the crowd? Or do you see yourself as the other racers? Well, whatever crossroads you are at today, and however you see yourself, I hope that you will remember that the temptation to quit is always there. And we have to give ourselves the inspiration to keep on going. And so if we were to meet again, maybe next year, somehow invited you to come and have coffee with me or tea or to sit across from me at a table, I'd say to you, what have you done this last year that you really are celebrating? Have you fallen 3 times and felt like it is over? Or have you been the one that has gotten up, has received the encouragement from a friend or from your own incredible will to live, to get up and finish whatever race you're in? I hope that this story will help you get up again and start or keep going. Just remember, I'm always in your corner, and I believe you can finish the race.